What's up guys, GGB's Good here, with a new series called Overwatch Replay. I've recently been getting really into Overwatch, like a bunch of you, and I wanted to do a series on it. So each week I will be commentating a match I had, providing you with what was going on in my head, and why I did what I did in the match. So sit back and enjoy. Let's get started. Today we have a rank match on Dorado. We start out on defense and I see that we have no support characters, so I go ahead and fill that role with Lucio. The enemy has to move a payload, and Lucio is a solid choice to help keep my teammates alive as long as possible to wear out the opponent's oncoming waves. It's also, Lucio is also a useful character in the fact that if I die I can help move my teammates closer to the payload faster with my speed boosting ability.
And get put into like 40. And 40 is not even that far from where we are.
Attackers.
To begin, you'll see that I've positioned myself behind the first line of defense that my team has, and I am firing at Reinhardt's shield in order to help take it down. I phase in and out of the front line when safe until I take too much damage, and then I have to fall back and heal myself. Eventually, our first line of defense dies, and I have to push back even further, and I see that a teammate of mine needs some healing, so I get over to him as fast as possible. Now this corner that this Zarya and I that I've healed are in is a pretty useful corner when the enemy starts pushing the payload, because they're not paying attention to it, so it's a good way to help flank especially a Reinhardt, as you can see. So if you're a Reaper, it's a good idea to teleport to that point if you can. Now the enemy is not doing a very good job at managing which enemies they're firing at, because they're just singling out. We're actually doing a good job of spreading their attack. As you can see, I pop my super in order to help save my teammate, and then Zarya pops her super, drawing them all in, but as soon as it ends, because we can't end up killing them, they all go straight after me and I die. So right here you'll see that I can see that one of my teammates is down. It actually happens to be my friend, and so I wait for him to spawn, and then I help boost his speed with my speed boosting song, and we get closer to the payload a lot faster. So I can see that I have two critical health opponents, teammates, and Reinhardt's actually pushed them in here, but I managed to take him out, and then there's a lot of trouble going on. They're moving the payload, so I boost my team's healing, and it manages to help a little bit. I see that my friend over there, he's the Reaper, is in dire health, but then he heals himself, but I need to help him out, so I managed to do that support role, and I take out that Mei. As soon as Mei goes down, we don't waste any time. We end up flanking our this Reinhardt here, and he goes down right away. I back up behind my teammates, and then I pop my super as I see that it seems like there's another wave of enemies coming around the corner here, thanks to Hanzo over here. So I peek out, take a couple shots, back up, heal my teammates, and rinse and repeat. Now you'll see right here I actually push up a little bit too far, and I end up getting caught up in a barrage of enemy attacks, but they manage to forget about me for some reason, and they just keep wanting to push the payload, so I get to get a free flank on this Reinhardt, and he's not really doing much, so he just goes down because the rest of his team isn't there to support him. So Reinhardt manages to make it all the way back to the payload, even though he's a very slow character, and then with full super he pops it and knocks us down for a little bit. I start taking a lot of damage, but if you start jumping around and your teammates manage to pop a Zarya super, you'll get away and be able to heal. We pop our Hanzo super, which is a nice attack, but Mei, the bane of my existence, just destroys my life.
Team, we're on the fucking payload.
So after my death, I managed to get behind 3 of my teammates and pop my speed boosting song. I also have my full super, so I'm feeling good about the situation and the fact that I can help push my team to victory here, as there's, or at least to fight off the next wave. So I pop my super as my health goes down a little bit, and I'm protecting 2 of my teammates. I'm also healing them at the same time. I pop my healing ability. I get dragged over by what's his name, Roadhog, but I managed to get away. But of course, wouldn't you know it, Mei pops her super, ruins my life, and the unfortunate event of the rest of my team, well, not the rest of them, but a lot of them.
All they had to do was stand next to the payload, but instead they decide to chase Andy, I think, or someone. And the payload got moved to the next checkpoint.
I helped Zarya get back because she died at some more time than I did, and we take out the Roadhog at the same time. She actually goes forward and pops her super, so I feel comfortable turning this corner, helping out with the kills here, even though we actually only get 1. But we managed to push back the opponents because we did a lot of damage. But Reinhardt starts pushing forward with his shield, and I start taking some damage, and I get pinned. And of course, he pinned me only. I'm not sure if he meant to, but it was pretty awesome of him because he took out the support, which was a really great play by him. So I see that none of my team is down at the moment, so I run as fast as possible to get to the payload where all my teammates are, and in a moment of panic I kind of just popped my super here, which was kind of pointless because there was only 1 enemy in front of us and we had our entire team there. But we managed to take them out. As long as you get 1 kill, I don't really think the super is that much wasted, but you know how it is. You want to save your super and use it at a really good time in order to change the tide of battle. So Reinhardt starts pushing through. That usually means that there's someone behind a shield if they're a smart Reinhardt and a smart team, so which they have Soldier 76 on the right side. He managed to get in, but it's to no avail as they don't manage to get on the point in time, so we take the first point, or rather they take 1 point and push the payload 88.19 meters.
Past that point.
So looking at our team composition here, it looks like that Mei, as much as I hate her, manages to fit in perfectly. So I go ahead and pick her. We have another teammate switching to support, so I don't mind giving up that spot on the team to Mercy. She's a great character, and she's really nice. Saying hi. So as soon as the doors open, I take a quick left and see that there's a turret. We managed to take it out thanks to our Reinhardt shield, but this means that there's a Torbjorn on the team, and that can get pretty annoying. So I put up a ice wall on the left side so we don't get flanked or anything, and I start doing some damage behind Reinhardt's shield. Mei's ice wall in ranked is actually pretty nice, as you can sort of, if you see there's a gap in between the payload and your opponents, you can put an ice wall up in front of the opponents, pushing them back and keeping them at that spot, and then you can just push the payload up that amount of distance. So it's really nice in ranked if you only have to move the payload a certain amount of space. If you see yourself in sort of like a trench warfare situation. Right here I see that there's a Roadhog trying to flank us. I managed to take him out, but our opponents are doing a pretty nice job of pushing forward and keeping us at our spawn point. and their Hanzo is helping them out just by merely sniping us, picking us off, and doing the significant amount of damage as soon as we leave our spawn point, so kudos to them. Right here I have my super all charged up, and I see our opponents are swarming our payload, so I managed to pop it and take out the turret, and then everyone managed to back up, and our teammates managed to take advantage of this and just utterly push forward, and so we start actually moving the payload for once. So I'd say it super well done. So here I misplace a wall, and so you can actually cancel it. A lot of people don't know this with Mei. In order to cancel the wall, you can just press R1 again. So here I put the wall up on the right side, so I'm free to look to the left side without too much trouble, but their Mei manages to break it and then pops her super, so I need to go over there to help out to push them off our frozen teammates, and so they don't die. Right here it seems that we've managed to pick off some of the straggling opponents, so we just have a turret to deal with. So I'm using the payload as cover, as well as my nifty invincibility and healing ability, which is kind of ridiculous on its own. And we managed to take out the turret. Again, I have a sort of a wasted super there, but if anything it pushed them off the payload at that exact moment, but I think that was more due to the fact that our entire team was there and he was alone. And then he gets revived, but of course I can just heal him, or sorry, freeze him, and there you go. So looks like our opponents, or rather we managed to push our opponents off completely. I put up a wall just to keep them over there, but there's not really much we can do. I'm sticking back moving the payload while the rest of my team is destroying the opponents. Well, in one last stint of effort, the Reinhardt tries to stop the payload, but he's not successful. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm GGB's Good. Leave a thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe to me if you like me. Check out all the rest of Overwatch replays, and I'll leave you with play the game.
Let's go, Genji. Get him, Genji. Get him. Get him, Genji. "30 kills, 5 deaths, whatever. Some light."